We will now proceed to conclude this two-day international colloquium, From Kabuliwala to the Fall of Kabul, Afghanistan in Popular Imagination, organized by the Department of English and Humanities at the University of Liberal Arts, Bangladesh. May I first of all ask Ms. Arifa Ghani Rahman, Associate Professor and Head of the Department of English and Humanities, to address the audience, please.
Thank you so much, Nadia. A very good afternoon to our respected guests, speakers, presenters, participants, colleagues, and students from all over the world, as well as our special guest for the closing ceremony, Professor Imran Rahman. On behalf of the Department of English and Humanities, I would like to begin by thanking you all for being with us over the last 2 days of this international colloquium, From Kabuliwala to the Fall of Kabul, Afghanistan in Popular Imagination. Without your enthusiastic response, this conference could not have happened. Although this was a virtual colloquium and we could not mingle the way we did before the pandemic and offer you our well-known ULAB hospitality, I am nevertheless glad because it allowed us to invite speakers from all over the world without troubling them with travel plans. That, of course, enriched the conference significantly. So I'd like to offer my gratitude to all our international speakers, as well as to all our speakers, moderators, and session chairs from Bangladesh for your participation. Here, I would like to especially acknowledge the participation of the 3 young Afghan women who have set the tone for the colloquium by sharing their harrowing experiences with us from their refugee camp. And the final panel where we heard some poignant accounts of women's situation in Afghanistan. While conferences typically are platforms to share theoretical ideas and discuss concepts, the presence of these women and the accounts gave us a sense of their reality and heightened our awareness of the injustices perpetrated on their people. The discussed issues here, therefore, I hope, will have a real-world impact. My prayers for the well-being of these young women and all those who are suffering. The idea of including a creative contest for students was, as we have seen, an effective way of involving the young generation in matters of global significance. The enthusiastic response and involvement of these young people, who are the leaders of our future, are indeed inspiring. So congratulations to all the winners today. Thank you to the convener, Dr. Khan Tausif Usman, and the entire DEH team for your hard work, dedication, meticulous planning, implementation, and sleepless nights. I am grateful. Thank you, everyone, for being with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Arifa Ghani Rahman. I would now request Professor Imran Rahman, Special Advisor to the ULAB Board of Trustees, to address the audience, please.
Thank you, Nadia. Well, I was kind of blown away with the presentations, the poems, the artwork, and the excerpts of short story, such high quality, and finished, as Dr. Razia Khan mentioned, it very nicely put together with that background music. So amazing amalgamation of words and music and visuals to end historical 2-day international conference. So I'd like to thank Professor Razia Khan for giving up your valuable time to be involved with this. And I assume that you were one of the judges. Or were you one of the judges, or you were just a special guest? Well, thank you to the judges as well. And I see that my dear friend, I would say, Anapa Kushi Kabir is here. It's good to see her, and I would always expect Kushi Appa to be somehow involved with these special events involving distressed people, where also young people are involved. I was fortunate enough to listen to the 3 Afghan students, listen to their heart-wrenching and harrowing tales. And I am sure it has had an impact on all the Bangladeshi student participants of this conference. And as I think it was Mustafa, congratulations, Mustafa. And Mustafa, who said that it's so important for Bangladeshi young people to learn more about the distress and problems suffered by our brothers and sisters in other countries. And this is so important. And I hope that this will be one of many such sort of interesting academic, but more so, it's kind of like academic and social sort of events that allow our young students to be more connected with what's happening around the world and the region. So congratulations to Mustafa for bagging the first prize. Flight from Kabul, I think that was your short story. Congratulations to Omid for that very interesting and striking artwork. And congratulations to Alif. I think Alif has joined him, so maybe she can say something after I finish, for your pungent stench. I think it was a poem. And I'd also like to thank, of course, the English department, Professor Murtaza, Arifa Ghani Rahman, the head of English, Dr. Osman. I believe you had a very key responsibility here. Thank you for pulling this off at an amazingly short lead time. And congratulations to everybody who was involved in this very important two-day conference and colloquium. So thank you very much for having me here. And I really enjoyed being part of this two-day conference. Thank you.
So much, Professor Imran Rahman, for being here with us today for the closing ceremony. I believe we have the third place winner, Alif, with us. So Alif, would you like to say something now?
Hello, everyone.
Yes. Can you share feelings?
I'm sorry I couldn't join in time. I'm feeling extremely sick from the last night. I can barely talk, but yeah, I wasn't expecting this, and I'm really happy. That's all I can say. This is I thought about the things that happened in Afghanistan is that I only felt that there was a desperation and there was the horror that they were living and they were trying to avoid it, and that is all I tried to draw in my stories. And I'm really happy that everyone liked it, and thank you, ULAB, for arranging such a contest. Thank you.
Thank you, Alif, and congratulations to you again.
Thank you.
And finally, I would like to request Dr. Khan Tausif Osman, Research Fellow at Department of English and Humanities, ULAB, and convener of this colloquium, to give his vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, Ms. Nadia Rahman. Am I audible? Yes. I first of all, let me thank the people who are already here, Professor Imran Rahman, Arifa ma'am, and Professor Razia Sultana Khan. So, ladies and gentlemen, dear audience, for today and yesterday, we have had this incredible experience of attending and participating in the international virtual colloquium on from Kabuliwala to the fall of Kabul, Afghanistan in popular imagination, organized by the Department of English and Humanities, University of Liberal Arts, Bangladesh. We believe it was the first of its kind in the new reality of a fallen Kabul. I congratulate everyone who has been a part of this initiative. There are a few names to be mentioned here. Let me first of all thank the senior academicians of Bangladesh and around the world who agreed to take part in the colloquium, even though we could give them very little time for preparation. My special gratitude to Professor Himadri Lahiri, our keynote speaker, for writing his meaningful paper in such a short notice. Professor Shamshad Murtoja for his wonderful supervision. He's the one who came up with the idea of the colloquium in the first place. Professor Imran Rahman, who's here with us right now, he has graced the inaugural and closing sessions, and we have been always assured by his benevolent presence. Ms. Arifa Ghani Rahman, Associate Professor and Head, She must be really thanked for holding it all together and making sure all teams are provided support. Mr. Mohammad Zakir Rezwan, lecturer, Department of English and Humanities, University of Liberal Arts, Bangladesh, for everything actually. It wouldn't have been successful without him. From designing posters and other documents to web page maintaining to Zoom support, he has done it all. Our faculty members, Sumaya Kabir, Nishat Atia, Sarah Anzumbari, Mehek Chaudhuri, Muhammad Mushur Rahman, for everything that could be done to help. Their efforts were genuine and are consistent with the idea of critical empathy. Gratitude is due to our fantastic team of student volunteers led by our teaching assistant, Shahriar Hussein Shetu. So we would like to thank Benozir, Tasneem, Tasfiya, Fauzia, Rajin, Shrabani, Habib, Sanjida, Tasmin, Mahzabin, Mubashira, Afrida, Tasfiya again, Saba, Faria, Lisa, and all of you. And there are some other people who have, other volunteers who have worked for other, sessions. For example, Aminul, Abrar, and Fardin. We would like to thank you for working for the contest showcasing. Our scholars program student volunteers, Monisha, Nishat, Meher, and Tanzuba, who have so wonderfully organized the first item, the important item of our inaugural session, Afghan Letters to the World. And the chair of the keynote address, Professor Shamshad Murtaja, has to be thanked. We would also like to thank chairs of the plenary addresses, Professor Kaiser Haq, Professor Fakhrul Alam, and the plenary speakers, Professor Claire Chambers and Professor Lily Wand. Speakers at the roundtable of the 30th October yesterday, Professor Himadri Lahiri and Professor Nia Zaman. Professor Sabia Haq, who's the moderator of the roundtable, has also to be thanked. We are grateful to Professor Said Manjul Islam for his conversation with Dr. Suhana Manzoor, who was the moderator of that session. Professor Azfar Hussain for the plenary poetry session with Raju Alauddin. We are grateful. Panelists of the panel discussion on the 31st October, Madame France Marquet, artist Kubra Khademi, and human rights activist Khushi Kobir. Thank you. Judges of our creative contest, judges Dr. Fahmida Akhtar, Dr. Suhana Manzoor, they have done an incredible work, within a very short space of time. And the special guest of our showcasing contest, who's here with us right now, Professor Razia Sultan Khan. Thank you. All parallel session chairs, all of whom are very hardworking ULAB faculty members, Ms. Nadia Rahman, who's here, Muhammad Mushur Rahman, Tanzia Siddiqa, Muntasir Mamun, Dr. Saida Farzana Sultana, Dr. Tabassum Zaman, Sumaya Kabir, Mehek Chaudhuri, and Sheikh Nahian. All the presenters are to be thanked for their meaningful academic interactions, their papers. My gratitude is to Abul Hashem, who's the PR manager. I'm also thankful to Ataur Rahman Pramanik, Arif, and Arif Billah, and the incredible IT team for their support. And thank you, dear audience from all over the world, for it is you who have made it a success, the Colloquium. Let's spread critical empathy wherever we are in all domains of life, virtual and actual. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Dr. Khan Tausif Usman. Thank you to our special guests, Professor Ibn Rahman and Razia Sultana Khan, speakers, participants, audience, students, volunteers, the IT team, for being with us over the past 2 days. We hope you leave here today stimulated by this book. Stay safe and be well.